On the Democrat side, I have four things, four different stories from four totally different sources about Hillary Clinton. The New York Times, the Huffing and Puffington Post, the Daily Caller, and the New York Post. And each of them outline different reasons, four different reasons, that Hillary Clinton is probably the worst Democrat candidate in the history of all time. Now, each story taken individually, maybe not all that bad, except this is a person who traditionally gets a pass in the drive-by media. Hillary Clinton always will get a pass. And yet here are four different stories with four different reasons why she's the worst Democrat nominee in history. As I say, taken individually, kind of a ho-hummer, but you put them together. Union members hate her and love Trump. Blacks have no enthusiasm for her. As a sidebar, I don't know what kind of credibility you want to attach to this, but in the soundbite roster today, I have Geraldo Rivera, a Grim Reaper, predicting that Trump could get 25% of the African-American vote. But on the Republican side, they think Trump would lose in a Goldwater-style landslide. But the Democrats don't. The Democrats are worried still. That's what all these Hillary stories are really all about. There's another story, by the way, people upset with Elizabeth Warren, who will not yet come out and endorse Hillary, and who also will not demand that Hillary reveal her transcripts of the speeches that she's making to the big banks. So while everybody's worried about what's happening on the Republican side, the Democrats are not a model of unity right now. The third Hillary story, white men are repelled by her. That's the New York Post story. And the fourth story is how she's being investigated by four different government groups relating to national security risks and violations. Four different stories, four different reasons why she's a disaster for the Democrat Party waiting to happen. Now, we have to always keep in mind that when the drive-bys are behind things like this, you never know how much of it's legit and how much of it is part of a strategery. We just never know. We know that our history with the drive-by media and the Democrats is that they love to lower expectations. They love, because Republicans are so susceptible, so open to hearing the problems involving the Clintons. Republicans are so open to a news story that says this might be the time where the Clintons finally are done in. Republicans have been waiting for that magic story for 25 years. So there's always that to factor in. But it's not these four stories as standalones. The anti-Hillary stories, the problems with Hillary, the fact that she can't draw a crowd, the fact she can't sell books, the fact that she has no connection with voters, the fact that she doesn't appear to be human, that she doesn't know how to be human, that it's not isolated. These four stories are not out of the blue. They are a continuation of an ongoing pattern that does indicate a degree of unrest on the Democrat side.